What's good? My name is Illuminati. I'm the Coonerific one. I am always consciously optimistic, yet overtly nihilistic. Check for me. I'm a blogger at allhiphop.com. I also write for DJ K Slave's Straight Stun Magazine and Originators. You can also catch me at hoodgrownonline.com and also Maybach Magazine. Giving a shout out to vladtv.com, worldstarhiphop.com, Star of Star and Buckwild, shot97.com. I mess with y'all heavy. So I'm here today in Denver, Colorado at the Denver International Airport. And what we're here to do today is find out if it's all the rumors about the Illuminati are true. I'm going to take you on a tour of the airport and show you some of the signs and symbolisms that are kind of suspect. And you can be the judge as to whether this is the Illuminati headquarters or just white folks messing with our minds when we get ready to fly through Denver Airport. Alright? Come on, let's do it. Let me show you where we at. Just to let you know, show you real quick, we are in Denver and we are at the Denver International Airport. We're gonna go through here and see what's really cracking, because a lot of folks doing a lot of talking. Okay, the first thing we come upon, the first thing we notice, if you fly into Denver and you're going to your baggage claim, which we're at baggage claim right now, and you may not even see this particular thing staring down at you because you're so worried about getting your bags. But if you just turn your back, look at the wall, and look up top, there's a strange little creature taking a look at you. This is a gargoyle in a suitcase. Isn't that strange? That's what you see when you come to baggage claim at Denver Airport. And this particular gargoyle is called Notre Denver, after the famed Notre Dame. I don't know about you, but I don't know what a gargoyle in a suitcase has to do with flying and all that stuff. I mean, it's just a very creepy looking figure up there. Gargoyle with wings. So that's the first thing we see when you come in during Denver International Airport. Strange stuff. Okay, so we're in what they call the Great Hall. The Great Hall is another name for Denver International, the main concourse. And by the way, the Great Hall is also a Masonic term for the lodge. So I'll just show you a little picture of it. Pretty interesting, beautiful. It's like a canopy. This is called the Great Hall, which again is a Masonic reference. The Freemasons call their lodge the Great Hall, and this is called the Great Hall. Okay, now if you've been reading anything about the Denver Airport, there's a lot of strange symbolism on the floors. People don't see it because they're coming off the flight, they're going on the flight, they're walking right over it, but there's a strange symbol, AUAG. It's supposed to stand for silver and gold, or gold and silver, but there's also a biological agent that is called AUAG, which stands for Australian antigen. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go up and show you this symbol on the floor. It's called AUAG, and it actually also stands for Australian antigen. Let's walk over here. Walking up on it right now. And here it is. AUAG. Supposedly it stands for gold and silver, but conspiracy theorists say it stands for Australian antigen, which is a biological agent that will be used one day to reduce the Earth's population from 7 billion to 2 billion, a more controllable number. Right there on the floor of the Denver Airport. Wow. All right. If that wasn't strange enough for you, we're going to go look at some of the artwork. There's a lot of strange artwork here at Denver Airport. First, we're going to take you over here and look at this piece that's really far out. Like, I don't even understand why it's in the airport, but let's go take a look at it. Follow me. Coming up on it right now. a crazy piece of artwork. Look at this here. So what we're looking at right now is some type of military guy, probably of a German origin, Gestapo, and he has a gas mask on, and he's carrying an AK-47 or some type of assault rifle, M16 probably, in one hand. In the other hand, he has a sword that's reaching down to pierce the dove. Now, and then over here you have sleeping children or dead children, sleeping or dead. And then you have wailing and weeping women carrying their children. The child is definitely dead by the way its arms are flailed back, and the mother is grieving. And lots of people, and they seem to be fleeing. So what does this represent? Now also take note of the this little rainbow. Kind of looks like a gay flag, gay pride flag, but if you look at it, you follow it, you just follow it, you follow it, you follow it, you keep on following, and you see it ends right where the children are either sleeping or dead. So what that indicates is that this is a biological gas. A biological gas. Perhaps the AUAG Australian antigen that we saw earlier. Perhaps. We know it has to be gas also because this Gestapo figure is wearing a gas mask. And this idea of the sword piercing the dove represents freedom and peace. So this is representing the death of peace in this thing right here. And there's actually a piece of poetry down here written. It says, I was once a little child who longed for other worlds, but I am no more a child, for I have known fear. I have learned to hate. How tragic then is youth, which lives with enemies, with gallows rope. Yet I still believe I only sleep today, that I'll wake up a child again and start to laugh and play. That's an actual poem written by a Holocaust survivor, I understand. So this is the first mural. Weeping women, dead children, people fleeing, Gestapo, biological gas agent in the air, which leads all the way down to the children. Of course, the soldier is being protected because he has a gas mask on, so he's protected. And he is destroyer of peace. Some might want to say he's the Antichrist, but he is actually here to destroy peace. Let's go to the next mural. Let's back up and get a full view of this mural right here. Full view of the mural. I'm telling y'all, this is some crazy shit. Okay, the next mural we're going to look at deals with apocalypse and whatnot. I want you to check this mural out here. This is the next mural. There's definitely a lot of weeping going on here. Dead people, dead African, dead Native American, and a dead European. So this mural represents, as you see, the cities in the back of the woman are on fire. There's fire everywhere. This is the cleansing of the earth, the extinction of the animals. Certain animals like the great auk is extinct. Great whales will be extinct. Turtles are captured and extinct. Crying children. This face right here, this is a Mayan woman. She's holding a Mayan tablet which predicts the end of the world in 2012. That's the Mayan. That's a Quetzal bird. Quetzal is a Mesoamerican bird, also the name of Mesoamerican god Quetzalcoatl down here. Now, what's interesting about this picture here is this person's dead. You can tell they're in a casket. And if you look closely, they have a yellow star on it. And also you see a cross. That would represent back in the late 30s, 1940s, when Hitler was around, when he made all the Jews wear a star on their left coat pocket lapel so that they could be recognized by the Germans, by the Nazis. So this represents the death of Judaism, and also you see a cross, which is a Bible. That's the death of Christianity, the death of, and even more so, the death of religion, the death of Judeo-Christian thought. That's what this signifies. Also, if you notice, there's a rose here with the cross. If you put the rose and the cross together, you have the Rosy Cross, or the Order of the Rosicrucian, which are another mystic secret society like the Freemasons. So there's a lot going on in this picture. And the fact that she is dead, that she lies in a casket with Christianity, with Judaism, and with organized secret societies. The message is all of that's going to be dead. All of that's death. Interesting. And then weeping child. If you notice, this is affecting all nations. Europeans, Africans, Native Americans, Mexicans, Asians, all people are be swept up in this. And here we have the African, which actually talks about or describes the death of the African nations. If you notice, on her wrists there are shackles. Around her neck there is a shackle. It represents slavery. It represents death. This is crazy.
A Jewish girl over here dying too.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. Also, we see down here, this is the Native American, and by the eyes looking like that, that shows that he has given up the ghost or died. And this is another death of Native American religion, ways of life, folklore, tradition. It is the death of all things that we hold sacred. Alright, here we are again, back. Things should start to be kind of getting a little eerie for you, huh? I mean, that's some fantastically strange and eerie and scary and frightening artwork here at the airport. Like, people come to the airport because they're on vacation, they're flying out, they're having a good time, maybe doing a business trip, but this is what they have to look at. So now, you've seen two. Now we're going to go over to see what happens in this third mural. So far all we've seen is death and destruction. After the destruction comes the cleansing period, and that's what I'm going to show you next on this next piece of artwork. Okay, here we are at the next piece of artwork. This is quite interesting, to say the least. This is the period after the tribulation, after the apocalypse, after the War of Armageddon, after all the great wars. This is after everything is said and done, and it seems that there are all these children left. Children from all over the world, as you see. There are children from Great Britain, Europeans, there are Africans, there's United States represented with a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Boy Scout. All the nations. There's the Middle Eastern people, there's the Jews, the Jewish nation, and the Palestinians. All of them. If you notice, they're all facing, there's a Sudanese woman from Africa up there, or man. You notice they're all facing inward. And you see it says peace in different languages. They're all facing inward. And they're facing inward towards this one blonde, blue-eyed figure. He has a hammer in his hand, and he has an anvil down there. And what's happening is that all the children have gathered the weapons. These swords right here represent the weapons. Guns, knives, army, tanks, any kind of weapon of war. And they are bringing them to this figure here. who, by the way, is represented as a German boy. And we know that because of what he's wearing. These clothes here, his socks, this right here, those are called Lederhosen. That is a German attire. So the little German boy in Lederhosen, he is taking all the weapons and he is putting them on the anvil and he is destroying them. In other words, the wars are over, peace reigns supreme. And as we see, we have two doves which represent peace. But remember that strange figure of the man with the gas mask on? Look at him now. Look at him now. Oh, he's not getting no paper. He's down here. He is vanquished. He is dead. His rifle is cut in parts. His M16 is cracked up. And on the barrel, on the butt end of the gun, sits the two doves. Again, they represent peace. Peace triumphs, and all of the New World Order dictators have been vanquished. That's what this mirror represents. Here in Denver, Colorado, at the airport. All kinds of weapons. In this one, you have all kinds of weapons. African nations. India and Pakistan. Yeah. Little white boy from America somewhere. All the, even hip hop. See, got the hats to the back. See? This mirror was made in the '90s. They rocking they don't have no fitteds on. They rocking the, you know what they call them. What all you young people wearing now. That's what they rocking. Snapbacks. That's what they rocking. They rocking the snapbacks. That represents us. That's the hip hop nation right there. Those that have survived. You see? Also there's tanks. There's jet aircraft. All of those weapons of war are being vanquished. Even the handicap. This little African guy is in a wheelchair. So it's all about peace. It's all about peace on this poster. All right, on this mural. And some could even say that rainbow represents the gay side of things. You could say that. You could say that. All right, let's go on and check on some other stuff. All right, we're gonna walk up on our fourth mural. And this mural is indicative of the peace that will reign after all of the craziness of the wars. Here it is right here. This mural shows everybody of all the different races. Here again we have the Mesoamericans, Scottish, Irish folks, African, all the different races of the world. You notice they're all headed pointing this way. They're all going this way. Also down on this end, they're all facing this way, headed toward the center. When we get to the center, there's a strange character right here that they are all, he's the center of the activity. Again, we see the dove, which represents peace, and we see this flower with sunlight or rays coming from it. Everyone's looking at it. Everyone looking at it. This particular figure right here, you could call him Jesus, you could call him Muhammad, you could call him Quetzalcoatl, you could call him Mithra, Buddha, whatever your belief system is, religion-wise. This is a messianic figure in the middle. So, this is the fourth mural again, like I said, and it's a very happy mural. Two murals were very sad, and two murals showing rebirth, where even animals interact with human beings. Everybody's happy, there's no more death. Kind of a Garden of Eden, kind of a New Jerusalem, paradise. That's what this symbol represents, this is what this mural represents. All right, we're gonna go on and check on some other stuff. Okay, so you saw a lot of things. You saw the AUAG, Australian antigen symbol on the floor. But there's some other symbols too. We're gonna take a look at them and just you determine what they mean, okay? Let's walk over and see. Here we go.